best for last. This is the only graduation that I have ever been to where everyone is a valedictorian.
Yeah!
I came in here not knowing what was wrong with me. I knew something was wrong. And I needed healing. I needed a lot of things. And I found out as the days went by. In fact, a couple of people said to me they might have left the first day if, you know, we hadn't all been so strong and so cohesive together. And I felt a little like that because I was so embarrassed at some of the things that had been said. And then, in retrospect, I realized that I needed to hear those things. You know, some of the younger ones today have grown up to be young ladies and young gentlemen over a weekend. What else could you be doing with your weekend? I've never been so impacted with change in my life as I have been this weekend. I didn't grow up. I'm a grandmother and I moved down. I went home last night to Jim's house where I'm staying and his little apartment beside it. My two grandsons came in, they're 7 and 9. And I looked in their eyes and they looked back to me with love and said, Grandma, one of them said, you've been gone a long time, and another one said, you've been gone 385 days, the little one. And I looked in their eyes and I felt love. I couldn't love myself. I couldn't accept love from anybody. I don't know where I had gone. Each day, we grew. I appreciated you. I saw the hope in everybody who was here. And yet, I think I just didn't have the feelings that I should have had. As each day went by, especially Saturday night, standing in a circle and being loved unconditionally and loving back in the most beautiful way, and having to stare in somebody's eyes for all that time. I prayed while I was doing it. I sometimes, different personalities affected me a different way, as I'm sure I did to you. And I looked, and some of you were my grandchildren. Some of you were my brothers. Some of you were my best girlfriend when I was a little girl. I loved you in special ways because of your personalities and because of the way you loved me. I began to love myself. And Rita took me to the mirror, and I couldn't look. I couldn't look there. I had allowed myself to become unlovable. I had allowed myself to not be able to look at myself. The last few years, I had made some terrible mistakes, and or one terrible mistake, which affected me very much, and I couldn't look at a picture of myself or look in the mirror. But I left here with hope, and I promised to take care of that little girl that I had lost and had grown up when she was 8 years old because of being in a home with an alcoholic father. And I found the ability to love that child again through your love, through your touches, through your hugs, through the love that's in this room. I've never experienced this organization, which allows people to be valedictorians. I've never experienced this before in my whole life. And this morning I woke up at 6 o'clock because I forgot to turn the alarm off, and it was time to dutifully go and work out. And I just crawled right back into bed and went to sleep until 12. That's the first time this lovely codependent has ever done something.
Go, Grandma!
I got up and I brushed my teeth. I've been brushing my teeth a lot lately. One morning, and already I'm back, and I'm so grateful. And I love you, and I love you, Rita, for telling me like it is. I want to thank you I want to thank Nancy and Howard for being my dad, and Nancy for being my angel. And I want to thank Shirley for being my angel. And Anne, who's in Antigua with Les. And I'm just so grateful. I've made some friends that I know will always be my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. Liz, I thought you were the sweetest little student I've ever met, and then I found you sitting up here at the front of the class. I tried to put my big little shoes on too.
You're wonderful, thank you. This is such an amazing thing, how grandchildren, not children, but grandchildren can build a family. I know your grandchildren pretty well. They have been here for the whole year, and they have a special place in my heart. They're lovely. And it is such an honor to meet you, because you are that part of their love, and you never recognize it. And it was amazing for me to see you for the first time feel unconditional love. And it was a great feeling for all of us to see that in this presence. And you mentioned something today, and you said, well, maybe I need to come back and live closer and feel more of the love of my family. And I think this weekend gave you just what you needed. The love from everybody in the room. We hope to see you back here, and you will be back. Wonderful. I'm going to give you a hug for now. Congratulations.
Thank all of you for being here.